All right.
I was just going to ask, is my audio better this way or when I have the headphones on?
Sounds pretty good right there. How's
All right.
mine?
You guys like it? I love it.
All right.
Can everybody hear me all right?
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right. Okay, so my name's Chapo. This is another session in the Panda Way campaign. It's a section of the map of Airwood from the Unnamed Adventuring Guild. We're starting off a little bit late. Had some issues. But luckily I had already made the event, so everything's good to go. But with that, I have the cast go ahead and introduce themselves. On my screen from left to right. First would be Orn Phyllis, and then we're gonna have Mr. Bronzebolt, and then we'll have the Whistling Leaves, Brendan's character, and then we're gonna have Ryan's character. I'm not sure what his name is at the moment. I gotta write everybody's stuff down again, and then we'll have Sandra.
Yep.
And so with all due, go ahead and introduce your characters, please.
All right. I'm Alex Newton. I will be playing Orn Faithus, a paladin of Bahamut who has just been recently reincarnated, for a lack of a better word, into Illumina. God has guided him to Illumina to take part in this mission, and he feels that he is the best suited for this task, at least out of most of the members that have probably signed up for the training. Fortunately for him, he was selected as one of the few to go ahead with this, and he's hoping to meet his new team members soon, and just like he did in his previous life, lead them to a better and more glorious future.
All right, we'll go with Douglas next.
Well, shit, I don't really know how I can top that one. All right, let's try anyway. My name is Douglas Bronzebolt, brother to Teddy Silverbolt. And, dude, I had a little bit of a harsh upbringing. And so really, I'm just here for the freedom, for the exploration, for the new sights and sounds and smells and maybe food. Just get myself out there, have a great time, and see what we find.
All right, Brendan.
Rustling Leaves, a Kenku rogue. He's got the Outlander background, and his parents practiced what's called brood parasitism, where so they drop an egg off in another bird's nest, and the other bird raises its young to adulthood, so the parents don't have to. This is fairly common for Kenku in this area because, you know, if there's a bad situation, they'll basically find a large bird and lay their egg there. So he really doesn't feel any desire to be a bird. He's just kind of looking for someone to belong with. And in all reality, he saw Sandra's character with wings on her knees, and that really kind of drew him to the whole group. And he's a big fan of making sure that everybody eats well. Very important to him. Don't ask what he's cooking for you. Don't ask.
Awesome. Okay, we have Tedek Silverbolt next.
Alright, I'm Ryan. I'm playing Tedek Silverbolt, Human Ranger. He had a hard life growing up, not as bad as Doogie, his bastard of a brother, but mainly his father's fault, who got drunk all the time and didn't raise his children. Now he's out to make a name for himself, one larger than his father's, and trying to erase his father's name from the history books.
Alrighty.
All right.
I guess I'll just take over from there.
Yes, please.
My name's Sandra. I'm going to be playing Yuna. Her last name is Protego. She is the only one of the group who actually originates from Pandaway. That is where she comes from, where her family is from. She is an Asama. Is that how I pronounce it right? Asama? Is that correct?
You're the only one, so we'll take it your word for it.
All right, it's Asama. Now it is. She's a cleric of the light, and she has had a troublesome past. Her profession is like she's in the military. That's why she has a very militarized and very, very stiff way of talking, walking, and pacing, and is back in Pandaway, like sergeant of the Mounted Combat Corps. And yeah, her parents are somewhat a name in the city too, but I think that is enough for now. And she's already kind of bonded with Orin Feathers.
Just a tad.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. So excited this day is here, man. It's been a week since we had session 0 and everybody doing their thing. So I'm really happy we're going to get to do this because I want to, if it's possible, take us to epic level. So with that, we'll go ahead and start the storyline. So everybody is wakes up pretty dawn. You wake up and you're invigorated. You know today's the day that you get to step out into the wilderness or the frontier and begin your new life. You feel the excitement and the trepidation and all the above of being able to just be the first set of explorers to set out since nobody can remember. It's just been that long. There's legends and there's myths of what's out there, and just lost civilizations and just amazing monuments to the civilizations of the past and everything else. So everybody wakes up and you're just happy, and you get all your gear together. Today's the day. You say your goodbyes to whichever loved ones. I'm gonna pause it for a second. See if we get Brendan back in here. Hey, there he is. So you say your goodbyes to your loved ones, and if you don't have any loved ones, then you say goodbye to your friends or whoever you want to say your byes to, and you head out to.
Yeah, we can.
Sorry, so everybody would start the day as normal with a fresh pot of breakfast already warming up for you. Yet again, don't ask.
So everybody gets to the guild hall. Not really a guild hall; it's more of just a meeting place, where all the explorers have been doing your training, and everybody's meeting up, and everybody arrives, and Rustling Leaves is already here. Had already prepared a breakfast for everybody. Everybody sits down at the long table, and Symbol comes out. Nobody's really talked to her much, but you know that she is very high up in the organization that is putting this exploration together. She comes out and she says, "Greetings, explorers, dreamers of dreams." She says, "Finally, the day has come. All your preparing and your training has come up to this day. Uh, I wish I could go with you." You see, she looks like she has some age on her, but then again, you just really can't tell. Um, she's got that mature beauty to her that just exudes confidence and a good life and a hard life at the same time. But right underneath all that is you could feel the power emanating off of her. Not only the diplomatic power, but just the raw power. You know that she is a sorceress of great renown, and of course, with her being um, one of the head of the council, putting this expedition together. Um, she has a name out for herself already. Um, she says, "Well, I envy you all. At the same time, I don't. I don't know what's out there. Um, some of our diviners have only seen bits and pieces of what's out there. What concerns us is some spots that are protected from scrying." She says, but she says here she hands out she claps her hand and these servants come out from the back and they each place a ring in front of you. She says, this ring will allow you to communicate with me and with each other in dire need. She says the magic is not strong. She says every morning at dawn, the magic will be the strongest, so you will be able to communicate with me, and I will more than likely be talking to you and asking for progress reports. She says, other than that, they will allow you to communicate with each other, and that way, if you get lost, at least you have some kind of help. Uh, you'll be so far out there that aid from the city will be days or even months away. Um,
Help! Help! Help!
These some of those fancy telepathic magic rings?
She's like, no, you won't be able to read each other's thoughts. It's more of, it's a really weak Dweemer. Uh, it allows you to send a message to one person. You will only be able to use it a number of times a day, but in dire need and you need somebody's help right away, it will help.
All right, well, good. And I gotta say, I'm kind of relieved you say you can't read each other's thoughts. I don't really think anyone really wants to know what's going up in here. And he kind of knock on his head.
I'm curious, but at the same time, I think it's best we keep them to ourselves.
Right.
I agree.
You hear the sound of a rock clattering in a hollow, what sounds like a rock. Like if you chuck a rock in the back of a cave and it kind of makes a hollow sound, you hear that. As if he's saying your head's empty. And
I'm not quite sure I know your name, but you're not wrong.
Okay. Well, I wanted to come down personally and see you guys off. I believe I owe you that, and I just wanted to meet you all, get a measure of you myself. Up to this point, you've been dealing with other people besides me, but I am the one that chartered for this originally. and the council agreed. So, with that, I bid you good fortune and safety. She says, if you will, clasp each other's hands, and I will say a prayer.
Very well.
Okay. She says, "Oh, Heavenly Mother, Mistra, please guide and help these souls. Let no harm come to them, and in, invigorate them in the morning, and give them the courage to press on, and give them aid when they need it most." And he says, "Okay. Um, any questions before I leave?"
No questions from me.
Just to clarify, we are doing what exactly? Checking out the land, just explorers?
You're just exploring, as if you got on a boat in some faraway land and look for the new world. It's not a new world, but it is a new frontier. To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Yeah, and Douglas would go up and put his arm around Ornfellas. Is that your name?
Orn Faithus.
Ornfaithus. Okay. So yeah, he kind of go up, kind of jolly, put his arm around her shoulder, like, yep, that's right. Going out there to the frontier, the wild beyond, to see what hasn't been seen in centuries, to feel the wind blow through our hair, or in your case, your helmet.
Well, I don't have to worry about what hasn't been seen in years. I bet you haven't seen your chin. I tug on his beard.
Hey. You know how long it took me to grow this?
But we shouldn't tarry for much longer. We have a ship waiting for us.
Yes, I do think there is no more questions from our group. So thank you very much for your wisdom and your prayer. And thank you for seeing us off.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yes. Off we go. Yes.
With that, she leaves. The bartender comes over. He says, my ma used to say, when dawn breaks and you get a good feeling, be wary of the day. So I don't know what that means, but she used to say that all the time. He looks he looks uncomfortable. He says, anyways, good luck. He says, I'm gonna kind of miss you guys
We'll miss you too, friend.
and your gold.
Hey, don't worry, Mr. Tibbs. We'll be back before you know it.
All right. So with that, everybody picks up your last package, which contains 4 healing potions. It also contains a medicine kit, and that's it. Just extra supplies in case you need them. Yeah.
Is that for each of us?
Yes, for each of you guys.
Yeah, I was just about to ask that.
It's one of those last minute things that was sent down from the main headquarters. So,
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
not a problem. Okay, so with that, another gentleman steps in the room. This one, his name is Bronin. He says, well met, travelers. He says,
Well met.
he says, by fortune's luck, the Waygate is actually working today. And if you're all willing, Bronin. Yeah, that's close enough. I'll spell it out.
Bronin.
He's a Bronin. He's like, bro. He says,
Rustling
if
Leaves
you'll
will
follow,
say, Waygate?
yeah. He says, they've been working on it for the last, well, since you guys really started training, just a little bit before. It's a sort of teleporter, if you will.
Like a circle of teleportation.
Yeah, basically something like that. But this thing is really old, and supposedly, some of the ruins beneath the city is actually predated this city by a millennia or so. Anyways, long story short, it's basically a teleport ring or something like that. He says, I don't know. I'm supposed to bring you to it. It's supposed to send you off to the next way station, something like that. I don't know. But it's supposed to save you guys. It's supposed to save you guys a day of travel or something like that. So.
That is greatly appreciated, good sir.
Oh yeah. Because between a day from here is about basically the boundaries of, the city, state, or whatnot. The farthest farms out are about a day out, so it kind of save you guys a day. So he says, with that, just follow me. So, he takes you guys out of the building, up Main Street, towards the Wizards headquarters. You get in there, and you see normal hodgepodge of wizards and apprentices and guards and stuff like that. But when you get to the door where this thing is supposed to be, it's really heavily guarded. It's a huge iron-bound door. Whoever can use any kind of magic, you can definitely tell this thing has got some heavy wards and stuff on it. And there's probably a good company of soldiers just lounging around. Apparently, they really think this is super important to keep safe. But he walks up, the captain of the guard. He's like, "Halt! This is state your business." He says, "Hey," he says, "Bronin, Chief OPSEC. These are the 5 explorers that are going out." He says, "Oh, okay." He says, "They should be expecting you inside." He says, "All right." So with that, doors open. Right inside the door, you see two iron golems standing watch. You see they kind of watch you with their non lifelike eyes. You enter in, you just see a sea of scribes and desks and everything else. Just looks like a huge research library. And right center in the middle is this huge Waygate looking thing. It's just really a like an arch, basically.
Douglas would whistle, and he'd look over to Teddy. He said, I'm real glad I took you up on your offer. Only been here a short while. I've already seen a talking bird man. Well, kind of ish. And this thing right here is already great. I got a great feeling about this. Will it hurt?
Oh, well, there's only one way to find out.
You first, Doogie.
With pleasure.
All right. Well, no one else is going to volunteer.
I'll
Heck
go.
yeah.
Yeah, you get up there and like you guys gonna walk right through and some elf halts you with a hand. He's like, wait. It hasn't even been activated yet. You're just gonna walk through a hoop. It's basically what you're doing right now. So
Well,
just hold.
It's a very interesting hoop.
Yes.
It might be fun to walk through.
Oh, it will be.
Wrestling leaves immediately jumps back and forth through the hoop.
She's
I
like,
like
stop
you.
it.
That's a little
Like,
nice
she's
little
like,
fella.
yeah. So he says, my name is Miklos. I am the chief researcher. He says, well, if this works, then it should take you to the first way gate, which is right on the outside, the outskirts of the city. The farthest should be the city of Apolis, or excuse me, village of Apolis, which is right on the edge of the frontier. We have an outpost there, and you should be able to make it there within seconds once we get this activated. Says, why don't you... Sorry?
Would it be smart for me to not be standing here when this thing goes off and just kind of step back and then walk through it?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Somebody was kind of made inside out when that happened the first time, I guess. So yeah, why don't you stand? So there's a waiting area right over there. If you guys will go relax for a few minutes while we get this started. You see, he points off to the right, and there's kind of like a refreshment area. Some chairs over there. You guys can go stand over there. And with that, he does kind of shoo you guys like go. We have preparations to make. Should be pretty soon, and you'll be able to walk through.
All right, in that
Wrestling
case,
leaves very, very reluctantly goes.
all right, sorry.
No, go ahead.
In that case, we'll go to Wrestling Leaves. And she didn't quite catch a name because we haven't done this really yet. So she looks at him. She's like, excuse me, would you mind repeating your name again? I did not understand this.
And he makes the sound of leaves blowing through the wind blowing through dry leaves, rustling leaves. And he kind of points to himself.
Is that wind?
I bet his name is Autumn Gale.
Is that wind?
He turns to Bronze Bolt and makes the sound of a fart.
I'm going to stand by the waiting area and I'm just laughing at them.
All right, then. I'll keep trying. Oh, wait. Oh, my good. How did I not even see this? Teddy, what the hell's that, man? That's a big-ass cat. What's his name?
That's Opie.
Opie?
Yeah.
That's a weird name for a cat. And he kind of like get down, like, hey, come here.
Well, Doogie's a weird name for a boy.
Well, you're all about to be dead if you don't come over here by the waiting area.
They wouldn't kill us. They spent too much money training us.
Well, magic doesn't give a damn. So get over here.
No, it is not.
Oh, don't go acting all serious. I heard you stopping a laugh under that helmet of yours.
All right. So when you guys looking at it, this is what the archway looks like.
Please be.
Sergeant Yuna.
It's not a fucking Stargate.
Were you hoping for a Stargate?
Nice.
I was looking for that shit, but I couldn't find. Well, I really wasn't. But if
It
you
looks
guys would
nice.
rather have a Stargate, I'll give you a
A
Stargate.
Stargate would be really awesome.
I'm telling you what, if I give you a Stargate, you may not get the other side of the damn thing.
Okay then.
That's fine. Yeah, they buried it.
So the Kenku says, Sergeant Yuna, but it's in the voice of your commanding officer.
This is surprising.
He points to himself and he says, "Name," and then in a different voice, "Not allowed."
Oh.
And then he makes the rustling leaf sound again.
So you're not allowed to say your name, is that correct?
Kind of shakes his head back and forth and says, "No name," and then makes the sound again, and then points to himself.
Oh, so he has no name. That's a bummer.
I mean, I'm just gonna call you Autumn Gale.
He makes the fart noise at you again.
So, is that the sound of trees? Am I getting close?
And then he kind of mimes, he puts his hands out, kind of making a tree shape, and then just wiggles his fingers.
Oh, is it the branches? Tree branches or leaves?
When you say leaves, he smiles and makes the sound of wind chimes.
So you're jingling leaves, is that correct?
he kind of you see his mouth open and a child's laughter, and he makes the sound again, but more points towards the ground, like kind of squats down a little bit, and then makes his fingers are moving along the ground as he makes the sound again.
I'm gonna make a throw for this. I'm gonna make a wisdom throw, and then I'm just gonna tell you if she knows or not, because I would not get it as me person. And that's a 19 and a 23.
Awesome.
I'm guessing she knows.
About.
And she's like, that's it. It's rustling leaves.
Hey,
and he makes the sound of church bells.
I think I got it, and she's a bit proud of herself because she has not played this is like charades for her. She hasn't played that game or any kind of game this way in a long time. She's proud she guessed it correctly. Rustling leaves. Nice to meet you. Rustling leaves.
And he bows to her.
All right. There we go. Let's see now.
I got it. I'm going to call you Rusty.
All right. So you guys see this in the center of the room. All right. Yeah. Since you wanted a Stargate, there you go.
Okay.
Then you see this huge black guy with this eyeball in the middle of his forehead and pink lips. All right. So no, You don't see that. You see the one I put up earlier. Damn it. I like that one better. It doesn't matter. You guys see a gate, okay? So with that, they start. You see about there's another 6 wizards come up with Miklos in the middle, and they start chanting. And they start doing this ritual. They start getting up to a crescendo, and it gets into a high pitch, and finally they all let loose their magics, and it powers this thing up. It starts moving a little bit, and then you hear clunk, 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 and it activates this purplish, kind of white, purplish energy just starts crackling in the middle of it, and definitely it starts sucking in something, starts sucking in air or some. A book that was nearby gets sucked in, and it just explodes when it hits it. Everybody. Bronin's like standing over. He's like, "Don't worry, it only happens when it starts." And he's like, it just a few more seconds, and this thing will be ready to go. So, with that, the gate opens, and you guys see the outpost, the inside of the outpost. Looks like, from what you could tell, the outpost was built around the way station. You can see some of the guards there. So, with that, he says, "All right." He says, "Can we get a test first?" Miko's like, "I guess so." She points to somebody. She's like, "You, come here." And the guy's like, he's like, "But I did it last time. It's not my turn." She's like, "I don't care. Get in there." He's like, "No, no." And he's like, "Look, just do it. You'll be fine. We fixed it from the last time." And he's still kind of arguing. She's like, "Guards," and the guards like grab the dude and chuck him through it, right?
Am I about to watch a murder?
Yeah. So, and like a second later, you see the dude fall face first into the area where the way station is on the other side, and you see all the soldiers on the other side just laughing at him. They're like, "Ha ha!" You can kind of hear it. It's kind of warbled. It's like, "Ah, they threw you through again, huh?" He's like, "Well, at least you didn't get electrocuted this time." He's like, "Whatever, shut up." And you see a couple of them grab him and throw him back through. He lands on his face again, kind of, sort of. He's Miklos looks over. He's like, "All right, we're good." And he says, "Well, everybody step through."
All right,
All
let's
right.
move on. And I walk in.
Okay. Does everybody else step through?
I shall
Indeed,
follow.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Rustling Leaves walks around to the side and like looks at it from both sides, like trying to figure out how this is going on. And then after he notices that everyone else is through, he kind of gets a start and dives through himself, not wanting to be left behind.
Okay. So, so you guys go through, and when you go through, like, you feel this presence in your head, and you feel your body just hurled like super fast. Just like any other time that you've heard about wormholes and gates and stuff like this, you just kind of get thrown, basically, and stuff like that. But this time, everybody just gets this really bad feeling that it's just this is not what it's supposed to feel like. So everybody gets thrown out, and you land in this jungle area. And you're just like, what the hell? After the first minute or so, the effects they wear off. Everybody can kind of stand up. You're all near each other, and you're not hurt, but this is definitely not the outpost.
Yeah, I was about to say, as soon as we get out, we're all kind of delirious, and we're like, ugh. And Douglas kind of puts his hand and like on his head, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but this isn't an outpost. It's just a jungle.
Not yet.
Not yet. I like the enthusiasm.
As soon as Rustling Leaves figures out that he's not where he belongs, he immediately goes out and starts scouting. Just the immediate area to figure out if there's any dangers immediately around us.
Okay.
Hey, Autumn Gale. Let's stick together. Let's find some high ground.
Okay, so everybody roll me a survival.
The first and certainly not the last.
No, it will not be. Good thing you guys got a ranger with you, huh? Holy crap. He starts pointing out like plants and stuff, like, don't eat that, that, or that, and don't step on that. No. All right. So yeah, you guys start scouting around. I know, right? We'll do it. Re-roll that for me, Brandon. I just want to see what you get next time. Yeah, we'll see. He's got a plus. All right. So there we go. That's a little better. Now you're a real Cancun. So, yeah, you guys are traveling, for a little bit. Right where you were at, right where you guys came out at, is really dense. So you travel for maybe about half an hour or so, and you can see where the terrain is starting to get higher. Kind of turn into foothills or something like that. And so with that, if one of you guys want to climb up a tree and probably get a look, you can probably do that. Other than that, you seem to be going up higher in elevation. Unless you guys want to keep moving.
Douglas would definitely climb a tree and look ahead.
I will climb every tree. All the trees. I will climb all the trees.
Okay. So you start doing the tree thing. Eventually, whoever wants to go up there, Doug and I'm just gonna call you Russell, okay? So Doug and Russell.
Rusty works.
Rusty? All right, Rusty it is then. All right, so Doug and Rusty shoot up the top. So you can definitely tell. You can orient yourself now. You can, the sun sets in the east. It is probably about 10 o'clock in the day, you would say, by the position of the sun. Seems kind of like you jump distance and time in a little bit. But you could tell northeast from you, there's a pretty good size hill. And make a perception roll for me, guys.
That's
All right.
only 10 for me.
Just for the two guys that are up there on the top of the tree. Unless you went up there with them.
No, fuck that.
Oh, I'm
in
sorry.
heavy armor.
I'm sorry. I didn't clarify that. My bad. All right. Yeah. So yeah, Doug don't really see anything. But Rusty, you're looking, and you could make out what it looks like is maybe ruins on the top of that hill. And you would probably say it's probably about 2 miles. But in between there and the ruins, you could see like some smoke coming from the canopy below. It's probably within about a mile. You can see also that where the smoke is coming from, it looks like a clearing, probably a couple 100 meters wide, like where there's no trees at and stuff like that.
Okay, so I would climb back down and let everybody know what I saw to the very best of my ability.
Well, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't move forward. We'll investigate the camp, see what those ruins are.
Sounds good to me. That is what we came for, after all.
Okay. You guys just gonna just walk, or do you guys want to be kind of stealthy, or how do you guys want to proceed?
I'd like to sneak ahead if everybody's okay with slowing down a little bit so that I can stay ahead of everybody.
So we're gonna sneak for 2 miles.
Well, no. He's going to sneak and we're going to fall behind.
I can sneak with them. With you.
Okay. So the two ninjas move up. Go ahead and roll me. You guys didn't even got to roll. What's your bonuses for your stealth?
+8.
Me and my cat both have +6.
Okay. So yeah, I'm not gonna. You're fine. So you guys sneak ahead, and within about 15-20 minutes or so, you come up to. You start hearing noises, and you can start hearing voices and stuff like that. Kind of sneak up. Hiding yourself in the bush and stuff. You can see it looks like a small village. There's approximately about 20 humanoids. If you had a guess, if you want to make perception rolls for me.
All of us, or just the two that snuck ahead?
Just the two that are ahead right now.
All right.
Okay.
Boy, get on with the teamwork stuff.
There you go.
I roll bad, you roll good. I like it.
Hey, you guys doubling up. That's great. So yeah, you guys could definitely tell they're elvish. They're elvish in nature. And if you had a guess, probably maybe like a version of wood elf. Does either of you speak Elvish?
I do.
Okay, so you could understand 3/4 of what they say, but you can also pick up words that you're not totally.
Diplomat disappeared.
Oh, okay.
He got shot up by arrows just for mentioning that he knew Elvish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that was something. That was something I forgot to work out with you.
What's that?
I have an extra language. I don't know what would be in that what would be in the area of the city. What a large group in the area of the city that I would have picked up a language.
Of Illumina?
Oh, Pan the Way?
No, of yeah.
But you wouldn't because you don't know the area, so that's why we're exploring,
No,
right?
not of this area of the city where we were.
Okay, what languages do you have?
I have Common and Orin.
You broke up, bud.
Sorry, Common and Orin.
Okay. I would say probably between Dwarvish and Elvish would be the other two common languages.
I have Elvish in common.
All right, dwarves are more my size. I'll go with Dwarvish.
Okay, that works for me. Yeah. So you're listening, and 3/4 of it is Elvish that you're normally used to hearing. The other quarter of it seems to be words that you're not totally used to. You're not sure what they are. Maybe it's just older dialect, or maybe it's just prominent to this actual tribe or whatnot. But you can definitely tell pretty much that they're wood elves. You're pretty about 80% sure that they're wood elves. Other than that, they're just going about their business like normal.
I'll tap him on the shoulder and point back towards the group.
Okay, so you guys make your way back. All right. So you guys make your way back. There's no problems. I don't think any of them were gonna catch you guys or anything like that. They're not really looking for you guys anyways. So you guys make it back to the group.
So what'd you see?
We got friends, enemies, frenemies.
Could you elaborate on that, please?
What? No, I was asking.
Oh, yeah. I thought you went with him.
He does kind of blend in with the brush, doesn't he?
Looks
Yeah.
at green bush.
Yeah.
Looks
So
at ginger hair.
Rusty and
Teddy Rusty Teddy.
Tedic, right?
Ted.
So Rusty and Tedic make it back to the group. If you guys want to, I think they're asking you guys what you guys saw.
I'll make the sound of folks just going about their everyday business, like washing dishes and kids playing.
Is that a city? Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with you, Rusty. Is that a city?
And I'll make the hand motions for smaller.
A tiny city.
More like a village.
I'll nod at you. Ah! I'll point at him.
So it's a village of what? Can we communicate with them?
It appeared to be wood elves. I couldn't understand everything they were saying.
No, it's time to introduce ourselves.
Were they seeming hostile?
They just look like they're going about their day. They didn't look hostile.
Did they look was it civilized, or we got a tribal situation
Compared to you or compared to you now?
Compared to you, Doogie, they are very civilized.
Doogie actually looks a tad bit disappointed.
I pat him on the back. We jest.
Yeah.
Now,
All right.
let's not let our spirits down. We shall head forward and introduce ourselves.
Yeah. Nothing can go wrong.
No,
Right?
I just want to clarify. I don't really care that y'all are jerking my chain around. I'm just sad that they're more civilized folk. I think it'd be a little bit more fun to deal with if they weren't. Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, I am going to draw
Make
my
the sound
shield.
of weapons clanging against each other.
All right. So, you guys move up there. Let me see.
So who all can speak Elvish?
I do.
I do.
All right, we'll have you two slightly in front of us, so that when they talk to us, we'll have someone to talk to them.
That is a good thing. Okay. So,
However, that also means that you two will be representing us as a group.
I understand.
all right. So, who is going to make first contact, first words?
I will march ahead.
Okay. What is your charisma bonus?
+3.
Okay, that's great.
Thank you.
All right. So I want you to roll me a d20 and add your charisma bonus to it. Okay.
I think I can do that. That's not too great. That's a 10.
So it's a 13 altogether, or is it just a
No,
10?
it's a 10. It's a 10. I did the thing already.
Okay, that's not good. They didn't roll any better either. So, okay. So the 5 of you come out of the woods. I'm guessing you guys are not trying to look hostile or anything.
No, but Yuna did actually put her shield on her left arm, which bears her holy symbol. Yeah, but she doesn't wear a weapon or anything. Like, it's just rather casual looking, cautious, casual, not hostile. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
I also have my shield up.
Writing something in chat real quick for Rusty. That ring does not have a.
Yeah, but it doesn't help if he talks the same way through the ring that he does with us in person.
No, but I don't know. Just trying to help. Maybe you guys can understand him a little bit better after he does it for a while. No,
Yeah.
Rusty.
So just so everybody knows, I'm trying to do this for the first probably session or two, and then I'm basically just going to talk because I know that this can get tiresome
I like it.
and lengthy
So far.
I'm cool with it.
so far. Okay, and if everybody's cool with it, and if then I'll continue, but I drag on the group because I'm trying to do an annoying thing with my role playing. Know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, but to me, it's not annoying. You're playing your character.
Yeah.
I really want you to
Well-
play your character whichever way you think he is, and that's the same thing for everybody else. Just like
Yep.
Doug doing the Texan voice and all that other stuff. I love that shit. That shit's fucking awesome.
Hey.
Yeah. So do your thing. But I will say if you want to do it every once in a while, like him doing the different sounds and stuff like that, and if there's some that you want to convey really fast and just want to just say the words, that's cool too. You can do both. Whatever works for you. I don't care.
All right, sounds good. Like I said, I just don't want to. I don't want to hog the spotlight or the time. You know what I mean?
No. There's no spotlight. Everybody's in the spotlight. Everybody's in the spotlight. That might be bad. No, okay. So with that, yeah. So you guys come out of the woods. You guys are in kind of a whichever way you guys want to be. Like as far as how you come out. But be up front. You see them. Their reaction at first is to they all start grabbing their children and ushering them away, and all the males and females that look strong enough to be any kind of warrior. They all step to the front with spears and bows and stuff like that. But one of them steps up. He looks to be more older than the other ones. And he speaks in Elvish. He says, "Hello."
Greetings. We do not mean you any harm. And when saying that, she puts her hands off her buddy, like to see like she's not grabbing any, like to show him that she's not grabbing any weapons or anything.
Okay.
We are
Get his crossbow and toss it in between the two groups.
we are but friendly explorers seeking through these lands, and we're currently looking for an outpost that we're sent to go to. That is all we're doing here.
You see, he's doing his best to understand. He understands most of what you're saying. Some of the stuff he says.
Well, she's replying in Elvish.
I know, but his Elvish
Oh.
and your Elvish might be a little different.
Yeah.
So the dialects are going to be kind of different. He says, "I'm not sure." He says, "You're looking for a octopus?"
Almost not a creature. It's rather a large building, like a building like a tower, or just a big building.
He says, "The biggest building we have is the ruins over there." And he points to the top of the mountain or whatever, the hill. Well, you can see the ruins now a little bit better from this angle.
Is there anything you can tell me about the ruins that we should be wary of before going there?
He says, well, first you should worry about where you are before you start trespassing in my lands.
I understand. We do not mean to trespass. We would rather ask for your permission.
He says, roll another d20 with your thing.
Can I use persuasion on that?
Sure.
That's 16 then.
Okay. He says, okay. He rolled bad anyways. He rolled a 2 both times. That didn't really help him out. So he's like, okay. He says, come. He starts with both of his hands kind of crossed around in front of his chest. He waves you. He says, come. He says, we don't sense any bad intentions from you. He says, let's talk in one of our huts. So he brings you guys forward. You see the rest of the tribe is kind of watching you. The kids are definitely really like, you can see them like trying to poke their heads out of their huts and stuff, and you see the parents like swatting them back. Get in there! Stop looking! And they're really just interested because they've never seen anybody before, anything but an elf. And I think besides, if there's three of you are humans, and then you got you with wings, and then
she doesn't have wings right now. It's just she looks like human.
Okay, so 4 of you look like humans, and then you got Birdman here, Rusty. He's just totally out of place. So they're really looking at him, and you can see like they start running around. And Rusty, one of them grabs one of your feathers, like off of you. They didn't pull it out, but they like grab it and like pull on it a little bit.
I'll turn real quick and quack at them, just like a duck.
And they all laugh and they start running away.
I love it.
All right. And so every time
he makes the sound. He makes the sound of children laughing as they run away.
Yeah. So every time you turn around, they try and sneak up on you and do the same thing. They do that all the way over till they get to the
Make a perception check every 2 seconds.
Yeah, the elder's hut. You can hear them. Go ahead.
Every time they get close, I turn and make a different bird sound at them.
Okay.
Cranes, bird songs, ducks, geese, swans. Something different every time.
Yeah, one of them actually brings you a handful of like seeds. And they're like looking at you like, bird? And they throw it on the ground in front of you. Like, they don't know. They just think that you eat bird seeds too.
Yeah. Seems like they really like you there, Rusty.
Yeah. And like one of the elf maidens, they're like walking kind of next to Doug, and they're like looking at his beard. Because no elves, they don't have facial hair at all, so they're just looking at you like, what the hell is this shit growing off your face? And with Orn, can you even see your eyeballs?
Yeah, they can see my silver eyes.
Okay, so all they see is your eyes, and they kind of like, so everybody's getting checked out, and even Tiddick, do you have a dog with you?
I have what's in my picture. It's more of a cat. I'm using the panther template for it.
Okay. So you do have... Okay.
I do. I'm just role-playing it right now, since I don't actually get combat from him until 3rd level. So it's like I'm using these first couple levels like I'm training him still.
All right. So would he feel awkward having all these elves around him, or is he used to the people being around him?
I was a noble, so he grew up in a...
Oh, okay. So yeah, they're walking next to you, and they're petting your cat and stuff, and looking at you and stuff, and touching your clothes. Yeah, just whenever you watch something and you get a new tribe that meets people for the first time, they're really curious and stuff, and even a couple of them are pulling on Douglas's beard a little bit just to see if it's real.
Douglas would be laughing, and whenever or who's pulling on Teddy's clothing? Is that like children or?
Oh, you got a couple elf maidens.
Okay, yeah. Douglas would say, "Careful there, Teddy. Pretty sure that's how I was born."
Yeah. So they're like, yeah, they laugh and they giggle, and you got this one ancient freaking elf. He looks like he's probably a couple thousand years. Anyways, he's so old that he's walking with a limp. I guess. I don't know if elves don't really walk around with canes if they get super old, do they? I mean, I don't know. Anyways, he walks over with a stick and he's tapping on Orn's armor. Because they at best they have leather armor, or soft leather. They don't have anything like this, and most of their weapons are stone. So you could definitely tell they're real primitive. They don't even have metal weapons yet, so they're just tripping out on you guys.
Hey, Chapel, can I just add something there? When we had our little talk before we stepped in, really, she would have introduced herself and the group, obviously, and I think he would have said a name too, like the dude that was receiving them.
Oh, you would have got his name? Okay.
Yeah.
So his name is Rawl. He says,
The one who granted me us permission to like walk through these lands.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys continue on with the rest of the village, doing their thing. And finally, Rawl is like, he's like, people, be at peace, and everybody stops. They bow to him, and they walk off. Even the kids are respectful of what he says. Even though one of them grabs Rusty's feathers again real quick before he takes off. And he brings you in. He says, please come in, sit. This hut is bigger than the other ones. Kind of more of like a longhouse, kind of, sort of. When you walk in, you see there's a big area, and it looks like there's an idol to a god. You're not sure which one it is, whichever god that they pray to or whatnot. And then off to the right, it looks like there's living quarters, and off to the left, it looks like there's look like storage area. But this part here in the middle it looks like where they do their worshiping and stuff like that, or have their meetings as a town, village, or whatnot.
And Miss Yuna, I'll just ask a question.
Yes.
So the entire time, y'all have pretty much been speaking in tongues. What exactly are we doing in here? Some kind of idol.
So, I did signal the tribe that we did not come to harm, that we came in peace, and that we're peaceful explorers. And I found out that those are actually their lands, and I asked for the outpost that we came here to find here, and we had a little miscommunication because outpost is a word that is not really common in their tongues. So all that I got was the information about the ruins that we saw, like over there, and I asked for permission to walk these ruins, to explore these ruins, because they really belong to this tribe, and we didn't want to be hostile.
All right, sounds good. I think I got the gist of it.
You're welcome.
All right. So Rawl sits down. He says, please, you can leave your bags over here, your stuff. He says nobody will touch it, so you can be more comfortable. He says my mate will bring some refreshment. You see this older looking elf maiden. She comes in. She bows at everybody. She brings in like some clay cups with some, looks like it's a yellowish liquid. You're not really sure what it is, but when you taste it, it tastes like, if you had to guess, like honey water. It's really sweet and it tastes good. It refreshes you, and you just know it's probably some of the best stuff you ever had. If you like honey. If you don't, well then you don't like it. He says we've never seen people like you. He says you're not elvish. He says I've met the head of two other elvish tribes in the land, and even the head of a clan of goblins, not without having war with them. But He says, "I've never seen your kind around here before."
That is because we are explorers and we come from far away to seek these grounds to get an idea of how large this world is and what dangers it. What's the word there? It poses.
Presents.
Presents. There you go. Yeah. Sorry.
He looks at you weird when you say world. He says, okay. He says, what is this world that you speak of?
That is everything that the horizon covers, everything behind that until you can't see no more. That is all this world. That's what it is.
Oh. So you mean the land beyond what land we can see?
Exactly.
Okay. He says, okay, I understand that. He says, he says, I've never seen your kind before. So this, octopost, I don't know what that is. I know you said it's a building, but I haven't seen anything like that around here. Closest thing to that would be the ruins up there. He says, other than that, we really don't. We don't have a lot of visitors here. Every once in a while, during festival, some of the other elves from other tribes come by and we play games. But they're days march away. So he says, I don't know what I could do for you. He says, but you're welcome to stay here tonight, and any questions that you have, I'll try and answer for you.
Yeah, I'm trying right now. I'm out of character. I'm trying to figure out why we had to go or why the outpost would be our first.
Okay, the reason why we have to find the outposts is because that's where we're supposed to start, and that helps us get our bearings. That way we have directions of which areas we need to explore first. And also, if we need to leave wherever we're going, we'll have sanctuary.
Right.
And I would have explained this as we left. That's why it's important to find the outpost.
Well, I would imagine that she would have gotten that. That's just me, Sandra, being stupid.
No, you're not stupid. You're trying to understand. It's cool.
Thank you.
He says, if you want answers, the only answers I could give you is there is writing in the ruins that I don't understand. And none of my ancestors have ever been able to understand any of it. This is it's foreign to me.
Sorry.
He says nobody really goes up there. One, because we don't understand any of it, and two, because the doors are just beyond our means of opening. I believe they have some kind of magics to them. He says, I know some magic, but they're magic. It's magic from nature. He says it's been passed down generations. He says that's really all I know. He says if I could point you in a way, he says if you give me some times, I'll commune with my God and see if they can offer you some guidance.
If that would not be too much of a hassle for you, we would gladly appreciate that offer, and we would also like to ask for permission to walk the grounds on the where the ruins are.
He says, "Yeah, yes, you have my permission." He says, "Are you hungry?"
And she gives the question onto the group because, like, I imagine they still speak Elvish. Is anyone hungry?
Hell yeah, I'm hungry.
We've been traveling all day I haven't taken any rests. I'd greatly appreciate a meal.
And
Okay.
she just nods and she says, "Yeah, we would appreciate that."
He says, "Okay." He says, "I need this area to commune with my god." He says, "But if you follow Shayla, that's my mate, she'll take you to somewhere where you can rest in the shade."
That is very kind of you. Thank you.
He says, "Peace favor you." So with that, Shayla comes over. She says hello to you because she knows you speak Elvish. She says, "Please follow me, and I will take you somewhere to relax and rest." So with that, you guys leave the building, and right before you leave the building, or after you leave the building, you can hear Rawl. You hear him like from behind you call for the clergy. Uh, Basically, what it translates to. You see a few male and female elves walk in there, and you can start hearing like chanting and stuff. So Shayla takes you guys over to like this like lean-to kind of sorta. And it's got like these grass mats and stuff where you guys can lay down and stuff so you're not in the dirt. Some of the other maidens bring you guys some more of that honey water and some bread and some fruit and stuff like that. One of the fruits are something you guys have never seen before, but it tastes amazing. If anybody's eaten like passion fruit, it's kind of tastes like that. Kind of like a blend between like passion fruit and kiwi.
Okay.
So you guys really dig that stuff. When you guys don't like that, then think of another fruit that you really dig, and mix it with another fruit you dig, and there you go. So, but other than that, yeah. So you guys just chill out for a while, and so you can hear them chanting. So for about an hour, they do that. Yeah. So some passion kiwi. Yeah. So after about an hour, Shayla comes back over. She says, "My mate requires your presence, please, if you will. He believes he might have been able to commune and get some answers."
Well,
So
we agree and follow her. I'm imagining. Well, I translate and I tell everyone like we should go. Is everyone coming?
I will be there.
all right. So you guys get back, and you look at Rawl, and Rawl's like drenched in sweat. He's been really like he's been throwing the baby Jesus around like hardcore, or whatever whoever he's talking to. Um, you see there's like holy symbols and some other stuff etched in the ground, and it looks like they made like a circle, a prayer circle kind of sort of. And
Sorry, do I recognize these symbols? Any of them?
are you a cleric?
Yep.
Okay, roll. Do you have religion? Roll a religion if you have it.
All right. That's dumb. I thought I was gonna go on wisdom, but all right. Fuck, religion makes sense.
So when Rusty sees that he's all drenched in sweat, Rusty's gonna go get him a cup of that honey wine stuff.
Okay. So you bring it over to
And
him.
then when on the way back, he walks right through all of the holy symbols and the prayer circle and all of that.
Okay.
just not paying attention. Very eagerly bringing in the water and like pushing it on him.
Yeah, he looks at the circle and he's just like, his eyes go wide and he's just like, and you give him the water and he's like, he grabs your arm and he's like, bless you. He's like, thank you. You can tell he's just, first he's just like incredulous and then he's thankful and he's like, he gives you like a hand signal to settle down and just kind of sit or whatever.
I keep pushing the water on him. I want him to drink the whole thing.
Yeah. He's
just sitting there very eagerly, just staring at him, like pushing it up towards his face, and just sitting there staring, waiting for him to drink it.
Yeah, so like he's like trying to drink it, and you're pushing on his face. So he's like, it's like it's spilling out the sides of his face, and he's like, okay. He finally he can't drink anymore. He throws the rest of it out on the ground. He's like. He gives you like a hand, like stop, like I'm fine. He's thankful, but he's like, all right, we're good. So
as Rusty, as I move away to where I was over by Yuna, I'm gonna I'll make the sound of a whipped dog, like it just whining, like I'm hurt.
Oh, you did. Don't worry about it. He just can't drink anymore. You did really fine, Rusty.
Yeah. So from the scrawling on there on the ground, you can make out some of the rooms before Rusty accidentally kicked the shit out of it. You could tell.
Why you failed.
Yeah, that's fine. You could tell that the god that he is referring to is Rilithane Ralathil, the oak staff, or it's one of the elven gods from the elven pantheon. You know that they normally delve in like the good and protection and plant domains. So it's a good deity. He says, well, I lost a little of my commune with your friend doing that, but I got the information I think he needed. It says my commune with Ralathil told me that your best bet. He didn't say bet. He says your best.
Guess.
Your best chance in getting the information that you seek would probably be in the ruins. He says, he's like, other than that, he tells me that you are from across the land, quite long distance away. He says, he imparted a picture in my mind. He says, I'll sketch it for you the best I can. He says, but when you see this, you're probably not going to be too enthusiastic about. Well, he doesn't say enthusiastic. You're not going to be too happy with what you find.
Teleportation circles, as reliable as ever.
Yeah. So,
as far as I know, they're never reliable.
Yeah.
It's good. You have a head start on every wizard out there.
So is he drawing right now?
Yes, I'm drawing real quick.
Right.
Give you guys an idea of where you're at.
Nice.
Somewhere far, far away, Throak bristles. Why do I suddenly feel angry?
Dude, I love your character, man.
Why stop at somewhere far, far away? I think the better thing you should be mad about is when will you be angry?
All right. So this is the shape of the rough shape of the map. Okay. This is the far east edge of the continent. That's the coast, and you guys are right here. Okay. Where you started was way over here. The day out from where you guys were was about right here. That's where you were supposed to warp to.
Oh.
But that didn't work out, and you guys ended up over here. So that's where you guys are.
Teddy would take out his own map of the land because he has cartographer tools and proficiency. Write down everything he notices.
I'll help him
They're all
because I'm
wipe out
also
of the land.
proficient with cartographer tools.
Okay.
He makes sure he gets these mountains and these ruins all marked on the map.
Sorry, say that again.
He'd make sure to mark where the ruins are. And
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that. He says he sees you pull it out, and he looks at that. He says that looks just like my vision, except a lot better. He says that to Uni or Yuna. He says that is truly astounding or amazing. His word for amazing. He's never seen anything like it. He says we don't, and he actually he touches the paper that the map paper, and he's like we don't even have this type of material. He's like, what is this?
I think Teddy can speak Elvish, right?
Yes, he can.
So I won't answer because I expect him to answer.
He was talking to the kids earlier in Elvish, but I don't think he said anything to this guy yet. And he thanks him for the compliment of his drawing. He tells him the map is made of some skin or leather from.
He says, "Oh,
Like where he's from."
He says, "Okay, huh?" And he points over to where Panthaway is, and he says, "What is that right there?" He says, "I don't know these symbols."
I started explaining my whole legend on the side and what everything means to him, and I offer to take out a second piece of the same material and make him a map of his own for his gracious hospitality.
His eyes getting big. He's like, "Oh wow." He says the knowledge of this will change the future of my village. He says, "I don't know if they need to know this or not. Some of them have never been outside of this village. Well, they've been outside of the village, but not that far."
Maybe you God can guide you to make this decision. It would always be wise to how do you say commute with your God about those big decisions.
He says, "I will discuss it with my God and my clergy before I show everybody else."
And we do appreciate your hospitality.
He says, this alone pays for anything you guys. He says, we trade. This is far better gift than anything you so far. He says all the knowledge is passed down by word of mouth, our stories, our traditions and all that. We all teach it to the next generation, and that's how we've lived for thousands of years.
Well, we thank him. I imagine we thank him again, and
Uh,
after we're well rested, we would make head for the ruins.
yeah.
Correct.
So if you guys want, you can stay the night here, do a long rest. You can work on your map a little bit more, and you know they kind of really just kind of like throw a party for you guys because they don't know when if they're ever going to see you guys again, and just you guys just being there just kind of really changes their lives as it is. Uh, and I imagine Rusty's running around with the kids playing fuck, and you know, um, I imagine TEDx is talking to Rawl, and you and Orn are probably just chilling out by the fire.
Yeah,
And
and I would
I imagine Doug's getting flowers sewn into his beard. Uh,
and I would also cast light like in like every time in like another color to make this party get this party started.
yeah. So then when you do that, they're all like, oh, and Rawl, I don't know how to do that. He says,
No, Miss Una, come over here. Come over here for a second. Got an idea.
With pleasure. And she walks over.
This should be good.
All right. So, see these flowers in my beard? Do you see them
Yes.
right here?
Yes, I
I
do.
want you to cast your fancy light on them.
Yes, if you so desire, as you wish. And she moves like the light ball in like a pinkish color in his beard.
All right, that's perfect. Let's get it going. And he'd do some sort of stupid dance. I'm not entirely sure, but I would definitely love to roll a performance to see how good this dance is. I hope it's terrible.
awesome.
Oh yeah, it's an 8.
Nice.
It is so great.
So you start like doing like one of those Russian dances where you're kicking out your feet and stuff, and every once in a while you're falling on your ass. But you just happen to have like a pair of maidens on each side of you, so they kind of catch you, and every once in a while you all end up tumbling down, and everybody kind of just like dances and start going. You guys are just having a good time. We got a fire going and stuff, and there's food and the honey drink. Rawl even brings out some honey wine and offers each of you a cup. He says it's very potent. He says we ferment it for quite a while so that when we only drink it in special occasions. I think this um, really is one of those moments. He says but if you wish to have some, you may. So if you guys happen to take some of this, it's pretty damn strong. It's sweet. It tastes just like the honey water, but it's got a freaking like Jack Daniels kick to it.
So Rusty will sniff it, and when he smells that it smells bad, he'll wait to see if anyone actually enjoys it. And if somebody enjoys it, he will slip his into theirs.
Right, Douglas. So Douglas will actually come and take your drink from you, and just kind of walk off with it and just start chugging it.
Yeah. I will certainly not drink when on duty.
Okay. So
what duty do you have at the moment? Now take a sip.
I consider it my duty to take care of y'all, so I think I have a permanent duty, especially towards the little Keiko.
And one drink is going to stop you entirely?
No, it is not, but I prefer to not have it right now.
Most tribes from where I'm from are insulted when you don't drink their alcohol.
Do I see that they're insulted? Is my question.
They're watching you intently.
All right, come on, commanding officer.
I
Come
take off
on.
my helmet for the first time ever since we've arrived here, and I've got like this almost mohawk like fin heading back and just silver and gray hair. And I take a drink out of, I guess we're drinking out of bowls or wineskins.
They're like clay cups, or bowls, kind of, sort of.
So
They're
this might be the drink getting to me. Do you have a mohawk?
Yeah. Well, it's more like a fin, but it's supposed to be similar to that of the silver dragon.
Well, Yuna's gonna drink, and I, for myself, already rolled a Constitution saving throw, and it's a natural 20.
oh, well,
She's an alcoholic. I know it.
that's good.
What do you expect from the military, really?
I was gonna say about 2 or 3 of these things, and you guys would be shit faced, because it's pretty good stuff. But not to the point where you guys are belligerent. I'm sure everybody's happy drunks or whatever. But yes, you guys, we all party on tonight. Not too late, maybe about 11, 12-ish, you would guess. People start heading into their tents or their huts or whatnot and stuff, and everybody just kind of goes to their spots. So each of you guys, there's like 3 huts that they've set out for the 5 of you. I would guess that the 2 brothers would go into one, and I don't know what Rusty would do. Would he go roost somewhere, or does he sleep like everybody else?
He waits till everyone else goes to sleep, and he feels most secure if he can get off the ground. So, like, if there's rafters of the hut, he would climb up to the top of the rafters, and maybe if it's thatched, he might pull some thatching down and make himself a bed someplace to nest in.
Okay.
But usually someplace pretty small and off the ground.
Okay. So you could up in the ceiling in the hut, there's kind of like a storage spot up there, like a flat platform. You can probably
That's
go
his
up
spot.
there. Yeah, you probably go up there and you're off the ground. And no problem getting up there. And so I guess everybody else crashes out. They don't really. You notice that they don't really put guards out. Which is kind of weird, I guess, because you guys are so used to having like some kind of like safety, guards in the city and locked doors and stuff. But here it just seems like there's just no need for it. You guys feel, excuse me, even though you guys are so used to, pulling watch or having that, you don't feel the need. You actually feel safe.
Chapel, short question. When we arrived, we had like this really bad feeling, like that everything is like kind of bad. Do we still have this feeling, or did that go away as soon as we realized we did not arrive where we should have with getting the map?
That was the feeling of you guys being sent somewhere where you were supposed to go.
Something went wrong feeling.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha.
Don't worry, it's not the last time you feel it. So everybody crashes unless somebody's not going to crash.
Crash means sleep, right?
Yeah. So
okay.
everybody would sleep, unless somebody doesn't want to sleep.
Yeah. Rustling Leaves is just he's right sleeper, but other than that, he does sleep. He just wakes up frequently and tends to get up and going before everybody else.
Okay. So Doug would definitely make noise. So yeah, Yeah, sounds like Doug. All right, so nothing really happens at night. Obviously, everybody sleeps. You get up in the morning, and Shayla comes over to you guys' huts. She says, "If you want to wash, we're going down to the creek, and you can wash there. There are secluded spots if you want to have privacy." Uh, he says, "But if you follow me, I'll show you where it is."
I will very gladly take this offer and thank her for her hospitality and
Okay.
translate for the others.
All right.
Yes,
So
this
does
is
anybody else go wash up?
Absolutely.
Kodak would go too.
This would be an excellent experience, I'm sure. Let's go.
what
well,
experience.
You sleeping in, Doug?
Well, as much as I'd love to be the one left alone here, I guess I'll tag along.
Okay. So yeah, so you guys walk down there. You see a couple elves down there already. They're just kind of chilling next to trees. But then you hear this whoom, 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 and you look up and
Is it my T-Rex?
no,
Oh.
No,
Yes,
but
flying T-Rexes.
Sorry.
not T-Rex yet. But you look up and you hadn't noticed before, which you thought was a tree trunk, is actually you see these guys,
Oh
just
my god,
walking
they're
around,
pretty.
and you see the children running around them, and they look down, make sure they're not stepping on them, but they continue eating the brush from the trees and stuff. But you see these pair. Shayla comes over. She says, this one over here is Rumo, and this one here is Sasa. He says they're a mated pair. They've been in this area since ever since I've been alive, and I've seen over. She makes a word for like 200 like summers. For what you think. She says I believe they're older than that. But they're to see them up front is just awesome, because they're huge, they're like 2-story building tall. You guys have never seen anything like this before. And she says you can pet them if you want. If you guys want to try, you can roll animal handling.
Oh, I'm certainly going to.
Yep.
Oh, I'm just climbing on top of them. I'm going to go try and see the view from on top.
Roll animal handling.
Oh, that's not good. I got 8.
So, with your armor making all the noise it does, it kind of moves away from you a little bit. It doesn't seem like it's scared of you, but it just doesn't really seem comfortable with all the noise that you make being near it.
Every time. Well, you all have fun then.
Shayla says she says Rumo is probably disturbed by the noise that your metal skin makes. Just as if you take it off, I'm sure he'll let you ride him. We are always on top, and the children like to jump off of them into the water.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay,
Doug.
I just hear her talking to
Rusty's
me,
totally
and
doing that right now.
I just say the only Elvish phrase I know, which is I can't speak Elvish.
Oh, she's like, Oh yeah, so she looks to Yuna. She's like, "Oh, well, you heard what I said. You can tell him."
I will translate.
Yeah. So Yuna and
As soon as she translates the jumping off of them into the water thing, Rusty's eyes get big and he immediately climbs up to the top, jumps off into the water.
Yeah. So when you try to climb up there, he kind of smacks you with his head and coughs up a big mucus ball on top of you. He doesn't really. You're kind of too loud for him. Everybody
Try him
else
again.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if he spits up a big mucus ball, I'm gonna say that lands on Douglas because of the 4. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm going to go sit on the other side of the
I feel like that's the moment he decides to go up and like try and like pet it or just like get closer to it, and then it's just right on top. Like, oh, what the hell? Oh man. Oh,
yeah.
and he's just like trying to like take it. He's like, ah. Oh, thank God this is a hot spring.
Hey, Douglas, I think that's the 2 maidens from the other night.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm gonna avoid eye contact, and he's just kind of gonna walk. I'll walk off, try and find like his own little spot to like clean off all the off of it.
Yeah, so it takes you a little while to clean it off. The maidens come over and they're kind of laughing at you, and they lead you over to the water and kind of just push you in it, and they start scrubbing you with like branches from a tree nearby. So yeah, everybody else, you get a chance of jumping off of the 2 giant tortai. If you did you take off your armor, Orn? Or are you just gonna?
I'm just gonna sit on the other side of the springs and just watch the majestic creatures move around.
Okay.
Just kind of mumble to myself, I really wish I could be painting this right now.
And I speak a prayer. Like I'm sitting on Sasa, and I just speak like a short prayer for her, wishing her lots of health and many good years still with her mate on this earth. So I'm doing really.
Okay. So yeah, so after you guys chill out and relax, watch Ruma and Sasa walk around. They start moving off anyways because they're done with their morning stuff here. Everybody starts moving off back to the village. It's probably about 8ish, you would say, in the morning. It takes about an hour or 2 for everybody to stop playing with the giant tortoise stuff, and
The giant tortoise stuff.
yeah,
Sorry.
you're good. But the tortoise stuff, yeah. So, anyways, you guys get back. Raul comes out. Looks like he's getting over a hangover. I guess he didn't think he was gonna drink as much. But Yuna kind of drunk him under the table. No, Tortai is not the name of him. They're giant droodles.
Oh.
Dragon turtles, huh?
Sorta, kinda, yeah. That's what they call them. But yeah, they're basically dragon turtles. But
I could have spoke to them in Draconic.
really, you want to go back and try?
No, it seems they don't like me. Might not be wise to poke a dragon when he dislikes you.
Sorry.
Bless you.
It's called oldism. So with that, I'm sure you guys are ready to move out up there to the ruins. So, you say your goodbyes. Rawl says, "You're welcome here anytime. If you ever get lost or anything like that, or you just need a place to sleep or feel safe, he says you guys are more than welcome to come back anytime you want."
Many thanks for your hospitality, Raoul.
So he says, "Okay." He says, "Be safe." He says, "Hold on." He steps in front of each of you. And he does a like a ritual kind of sorta, and he he hands you a little piece of root each to each of you. He says, "These are blessed roots. It's one of the many things that, or one of the few things I can do." He says, "We use these whenever we have to travel far distances." He says, "But they will rejuvenate you." Um, he says, "My God told me to make these for you, for your travels." He says, "If you come back here and need any more help, I can make these for you. It'll take a day." He says, "But we usually keep these on hand in case we need to go somewhere or get out of here fast or whatnot. It's just one of those things." He says, "Peace be with you." And with that, you guys can take off. So basically, what this is, it's called a Rana root. I'll write it in the chat.
Did I disconnect?
No.
No,
Oh.
I'm typing. I was typing the thing out. So it's called a Rana root. Okay, basically what it is, it gives you 1d12 hit points back. The other benefit is if you take a rest at the same time you ingest it, a short rest, it'll be the benefits of a long rest. Okay, but you have to take the short rest within an hour of you ingesting it, or you will not get that benefit. But this is not it's not an easy thing for him to make. It does take him a day to make each one, so use them sparingly. He says. It stays until you ingest it. Kind of like a nut. Sometimes you feel like a nut. All right, so all right. With that, you guys take off. It takes you about a third of the day to reach the base of the hill or the mountain. I'm gonna have everybody roll me an athletics roll. The DC is going to be a 15.
Well, I definitely beat that
Okay.
with a 23.
There you go. All right, so that's everybody makes it. All right, fine. So you guys get up the hill within about 2.5 hours or so, because you guys are just, beast mode up it. You guys are ready to go, get this shit over with to find out where the hell you guys are, best you can, or to see what's up there. So you get up there, and so yeah, crit fails is bad. We want to do good this time. Let's keep up with that. Let's keep up with that. That's good. So you get up there, and so the ruins. It is what it is. It's a ruins.
I would like when we get to the ruins, like if you don't have anything further to say and I'm interrupting as usual. If I'm not, I would like to cast Attack Magic as a ritual.
Okay.
So
No, you go ahead.
I'll take my time and do my ritual stuff where I prepare everything.
This is what the when you guys start getting to the ruins, this is what it kind of looks like. The steps up.
Nice.
I might have to keep that picture of Ruma and Sasa. That was pretty cool.
Yep, I agree.
Anyways, so yeah,
Or I guess we
So-
wait for the ritual.
it's done. You ain't gonna wait that long. I was just typing in something else. So your ritual goes off. You do detect magic. It leads you right up to where the door is. The door definitely has magic on it. So
Wait, does Detect Magic not tell me exactly what it is? No, you see an aura.
Yeah, you can see an aura.
Oh yeah, and you
on the
learn its school of magic, if any. So I can see if it's like enchanted or transmutated or a mimic or whatever.
It's an evocation.
I need to Google this word.
Evocation? Evocation is a school
blast
of
spell.
It's what? It's blessed?
like fireball and shit like that. Those are all evocations.
Okay.
Spells that do like damage, like combat spells.
Okay. I will let my followers know. I can see this magic. Those doors are definitely magic. So, and I can also tell that they might be of protective of some sort, right? Protection, like that there's a spell in them for protection, like to not enter unwantedly, right?
I guess so in a way. You know that the magic that's on there is more than likely to keep somebody out.
Yeah, that's what I would figure with wisdom for like 19.
Yeah.
Well, someone wants to keep us out. Too bad we want to go in. So
that is correct.
Yep. From the, actually, I don't know. I guess Douglas would just start looking at it. He'd be pretty careful. He'd be kind of stray away from touching it after you said that there's some kind of magic, like I don't know, maybe like a blasting spell or something. Maybe he said that, and he'd be like, "Oh shit!" And he'd just be kind of careful. He'd be looking for some sort of mechanism or something. I don't know.
All right. So, do you have thieves' tools or anything? Does anybody have thieves' tools?
I do.
Hell yeah! All right, so my birdie ninja, why don't you roll me a perception roll?
Am I rolling?
You're rolling perception.
Perception skill.
Okay. 13.
And can I go ahead and give him the help action since I'm kind of looking over the door as well?
Yeah,
I'm just
Give
looking
me-
at the walls and such.
you roll with advantage,
Thank
Brendan.
God. I appreciate that because I rolled a 5. Oh, well, the 5 is the best one. So a 13.
Okay. So both of you are looking. You can definitely tell that you can open the lock. You're just not sure exactly what is going to trigger when you do.
Well, here's hoping, and I'll give it a go.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna stand outside of the temple.
Hit the dick! Hit the dick!
I'll kind of shoot everybody outside so that I
Okay.
can give it a go.
Wait a
Alright.
second. Give me one moment. Okay, because I'm checking like maybe I can do something. I don't know my spells by heart yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast guidance on you.
There you go. Awesome.
All right.
Yeah, I had to check my spells because it's my first time playing a cleric. So since Yuna's seeing that you're attempting to open this, she tells like wait, and lays her hand on your back and speaks like a silent prayer and hopes that you are also guided by her god of protection. So you get a d4, and the target can roll a d4 and add the number allowed to the one ability check of its choice, and that works for up to 1 minute. And you can roll the die before or after making the ability check.
Cool.
Good deal.
So, do your thing, man.
All righty. That's a 17.
That'll work. All right. So,
That's a rolled
You-
7. So whatever proficiency would make it 19, and then whatever skill you want on it.
so
Ability
19
went on
altogether.
No,
Plus dex.
It's a rolled 17, and then
okay.
I don't know. I don't remember what what ability Thieves Tools uses. So that would be
Dex,
a
typically.
25.
Oh shit! Yeah. You walk over there like you fucking super chicken. You kick one of your feet out, kick the other feet out. You plant your damn feet right in front of that thing, and you just throw your tool right at it, and it sticks in there, clicks, turns, and the door pops open. You're like, that's how that shit happens. Hell
And then you blow up.
yeah. Yeah. So you open the door, you walk in, and 8 firebolts shoot past you. They don't come anywhere near you, but you already walked through because you worked to 29. But they impact the wall, different spots and shit. But everybody's outside. So you guys peek your head in, and Rusty's sitting there waiting for you guys without no singed feathers or anything.
Good job.
Yeah,
Let's see what's inside.
Well done.
Yeah, good job, little buddy.
I assume this place is
Even
heavily.
a blind squirrel can find a nut once in a while.
I will take that to heart.
Yeah,
Wait, did
buddy.
I just hear Douglas twice?
Yeah.
You know it.
No, we said it at the same time. You know it. We said it at the same time.
Awesome. All right. So doors open. When the door opens, you get some stale ass air come out in a whoosh, and then those firebolts came out and blew up or whatever and stuff. But you guys see a long hallway with alcoves on left and right side. Hallway probably stretches for about 50 or 60 meters or so. Then ends in another doorway. Does everybody step in?
Can I make a perception or survival roll if I can see any further traps?
You sure can.
Sorry, that was where I was going. Is I'll proceed ahead, looking for traps, moving very slowly.
All right.
Okay.
I'll follow.
What's your passive perception again, Brandon?
Should be 16.
Okay, so you spot a pressure plate over here, and you see a damn a tripwire over there. But then you don't really see anything after that. Yeah, perception works. Yeah, so you and Yuna, you guys are both walking down. You know, you guys are popping traps here and left and right. You know, you guys see them. They're kind of so old that they're not really. When you set them off, they really don't kind of do anything. You know, like some darts, like 1 or 2 darts out of like a 20 dart launcher will pop out. You know, they're just old. I mean, at one point you guys set off one, and it's like a log that kind of swings down, and it just explodes and splinters when it hits the wall because it's so old. But
damn, they really pulled out all the stops.
Yeah, so if anybody has actually, well, everybody give me a wisdom roll, which your proficiency modifier added in there.
Well, with my proficiency, I get it anyway, so it would be 14.
Okay.
Crit fail.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yep. My brother's been rolling like a god, and I have been rolling like pretty much crap the entire time. So let's see.
I'm gonna have my long sword out.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, so
actually a good idea. She would have also her shield up.
okay. So with that, let's see. Whoever rolled a 15,
I did.
you did? Okay. You notice another trap. It's kind of a trap, but it doesn't look like a trap. It almost looks like a false trap. You know, like it's too obvious sitting out in the open. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
But you kind of follow the line, and you can see where one of those like guillotine things would come out. You know, you can see the slot in the wall where it would come down right in line with that thing. You know, but you notice there's just like it seems out of place. You know what I mean? Like all the other traps were kind of, you had to kind of look for them, but this one's just kind of right in the open. You know, almost to a point where it looked like somebody like actually marked on the ground, like here it is. You know what I mean?
Are there any stones laying around?
You could. There's like some pottery and some other little things here and there that you could probably grab.
Probably not enough, huh?
What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna try to throw something at it to see what it does. Like if it's like probably not gonna do anything though, and because they're so old, you probably need like more weight. Huh. Well,
Something on your
I
mind?
tell everyone. I tell everyone like this is because I'm the only one noticing that, right? That
Yeah.
looks too
You
easy.
also, yeah. So, but you notice, you also notice on the wall that there's writing on the wall.
Oh, I
And
want to examine that.
but you can't make it out.
Oh, it's
But
behind that?
yeah, but at least somebody doesn't somebody speak Dwarvish?
Nope, I don't.
I do actually.
Oh
Ah,
yeah, you chose
So do
that
I.
earlier.
so
And
Doug,
so does Rusty as well.
yeah. So on the wall there, you read this script in Dwarvish. It says to all ye who come in these halls, don't be pointy eared, or you'll fall.
What are you guys reading over there?
That is actually something in Dwarvish. It's kind of weird. Looks like it's some kind of riddle about elves being pointy-eared and all. To all ye who come in these halls, don't be pointy-eared or you'll fall.
Well, what creatures are pointy-eared besides the elves? It's just elves, right?
That's the first thing that
Half
comes to my mind.
elves,
Them two.
Yeah.
The
goblins.
Rusty will make goblin chittering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What sounds like goblins arguing.
And probably your companion couldn't go there either because OP. I would consider that pointy ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess if you're stretching.
Can we make out how old these ruins could be? Because what nowadays is pointy eared probably didn't even exist back then.
You're not really sure. You know that behind this trap right here is those doors that we were talking about a little while ago.
Hmm.
And it's
You,
really there's the only set of doors in here besides the alcoves, and all the alcoves have like pottery or some other kind of knickknack in there, some kind of art or something like that.
I mean, just from the tad bit I know about the dwarves that I've been with, they tend to be a little bit stubborn, and some of them also tend to be a little bit racist. And so, I wouldn't be surprised if there was just something up there that I don't know could just tell what kind of race we were, and if we were the wrong kind, we would just kind of die.
Mm.
Well, maybe I'll talk a bit of their language. I'm going to take out my battle axe that I have hanging off my belt. I'm going to throw it on the pressure plate that she pointed out.
Okay. So you hit it. The doors open, and you see 4 statues standing abreast, blocking the way. They all look like mechanical versions of a dwarf. They come complete with shields, and they all have axes.
I go over to my battle axe. I'll pick it up. I say, whoever speaks Dwarvish should go first. Especially if we have to talk to them.
Agreed.
Oh, that's me. Okay, let's go.
I know it's foreign to you, but it's time for you to lead.
Yeah, see, all right. Get you later, son of a bitch.
See it as development potential for your future.
Yeah. I don't need your pity. And he kind of like walk forward.
I'll be right behind you. Don't worry.
I'll be behind Rusty.
There you go.
All right, so we got 4 different statues.
Rusty bows up a little bit when Yuma gets behind him, puffs himself up as big as he can, big as he can be, as if he's going to defend you.
She pats him on the head again.
His little feathers on top of his head kind of stand up. All right. So, Doug, you approach these statues.
Yep.
So you get a look at them. They're really, really intricate, man. I don't know if you ever look. I'm pretty sure you've seen like steampunk stuff before, but they look like steampunk dwarves, basically. On the back of them, they got little stacks. You see little waves of smoke coming from the stacks. And when you step up within about, actually, when you cross that line where that trap was, one of the dwarves looks over at you and says, "Hi, what do you want?" And he's talking in dwarvish.
Hey, I would like to move forward.
This
Also
is,
speaking in Dwarvish.
He says,
So I'm going to translate the Dwarven for everybody else back into Common.
okay. He says, I can't let you. He says,
Why?
you don't have the key.
Key? What key? Key? What
He
key?
says,
What key do we need?
and all the other dwarves is like, you just tell him the riddle and get it over with. One of the other dwarves is like, bah, why don't we just bash him? And the last one that hadn't talked yet, he's like, they're not goblins, they're not the pointy-eared elves. Give him a chance.
I am terrible at riddles, but I'll try.
The first one says, he says, all right, give the riddle. He says, what's the key to a dwarf's heart?
Ale,
And he puts out
gold.
his hand. Did you say Pez?
No.
What? Earlier, she was like, I want Rusty as a pet. And then I was like, hashtag pet zoned. Yeah. Okay.
You call my trap gay?
No. In general, I was talking about the
Okay.
traps from Thailand.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So the riddle is, what's the key to a dwarf's heart?
And Douglas kind of turned around and just started speaking in common again. But, well, best I got is gold or ale. Anything else on top of y'all's head?
Well, it depends what kind of dwarves they are, don't it?
Probably. Our strange lands. Yeah, I go ahead and ask them. They are actually pretty sociable. It's kind of frightening. All right, and he turned back around. There's being dwarven again. I was like, Layla, what exactly do you value, my friends?
Say that again.
What exactly do you value,
That's for you to answer. You answer the riddle. Is that your answer?
No, that's not the answer to the riddle.
Hey Chapo, I rolled like wisdom 18 just because I can, and I was wondering whether my mind gave me a hint because I kind of know stuff. Some maybe.
Oh, so you rolled an 18?
No, I have an 18 plus my bonuses.
Oh, then roll your wisdom with your bonus. Just because you have an 18 doesn't mean you're gonna know automatically.
No. I rolled and added my bonus, and that was the result is 18.
Oh, okay.
I'm not just giving
I
you
thought
my
you said
stats.
no. That's what I thought you did. I was like, okay, that's great. I'm glad you have an
No.
18. It's gonna help you
Yeah,
out.
I know I'm new, but I'm not retarded.
All right, so yeah, dwarves are greedy misers. So you guys don't have any ale, and the other thing you guys might have on you is gold. So gold seems to be a logical thing to your mind, anyways.
Well, what I would do then is like I would take a gold out and give that to Douglas. Like I think that is the key, and simultaneously cast guidance on him in case he gets crushed.
Thanks for the vote of confidence there. And he'd turn around and pocket the gold that Una gave him and get out one of his own, and just kind of place it in the dwarf's hand, like, "For you on the house."
This is that's what I wanted. And then the other three open their hands like, so do we.
Well, open your pouches.
By the gods. And then he'd say, by the gods, in Dwarven, and he would turn around like, well, I'm not giving him all my gold.
Well, you gave 2 to one dwarf, so.
I gave 1 to one dwarf, I think.
I gave you 1 gold, and you added yours too, for some reason.
Or no, I pocketed yours, and then I put one of my own.
What the hell?
And so I would take that gold piece out, give it to the next dwarf, and he kind of like hold out his hand, like expectantly. I was like, all right, come on. Hey, Teddy, are you stiffing? Teddy, come on. Throw me a gold. Throw me a gold right now.
He's AFK. He's walking his dog, but let's just go with it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I actually don't have a gold to give you.
I'm going to pay for him. I'm going to give another gold.
What the ass?
I have straight up 0 golds.
All right, okay. So he would put another one. He would put one of Una's, and presumably Teddy gave one over, and they'll put it there.
Yeah. All right, so you give a gold to each one of them. The leader's like, that'll do. And they all swallow their gold, and their like little chimneys start puffing up a little bit hotter. And they turn around and they march into the room. They take places in certain spots, and they just chill out.
What do we see in the room? What is the room?
The room is a room. There's shelves, and there's chests, and there's books, and it just looks like a big storeroom, just full of a bunch of different stuff.
There's also a giant spider in there.
There is a giant spider in there too.
What? Wait, what?
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It looks safe.
Let's take a look around then.
All right. So, everybody starts snooping around and stuff. You get a lot of books that are in Dwarven. You get some that are in Elvish. You see some that are in Draconic. And there's a sampling of just about everybody in here. Not just about every, but just all like the regular goodly races. Um, so, but they're dating back almost 2,500 years ago, maybe more.
Oh, wow.
Making references to old empires or civilizations or a town that was here, and you see an old map, but it's so fucked up. The only thing you can really see is like uh, the train that you guys are in right now. It really only looks like a map of this train, but you see the temple on there, and you see the creek, and you actually see the village there, but it's actually labeled as something else, labeled as dataless on there. And the village is actually uh, a different area. The where the village now, it looks like was maybe a big like field for farming and stuff. Um, so the town itself is like a little bit south of them. But from what it looks like on the map, you're thinking that terrain features might have changed. Maybe the old town's been swallowed up or something. Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Honestly, I'm just surprised this old civilization back then didn't. Oh wait, actually, before I say this, the village we came from was on this map from 2,500 years ago.
Yeah, but a different name.
Different name. Okay.
Yeah, but you gotta figure too, it's elves. Elves live a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So that could only been, 6 generations ago instead of 20.
Yeah, it's like only thing I'm saying is I'm surprised that dwarves were here. Apparently, they're advanced to create that stone mechanic shit. I don't know. I'm just and they seem to hate them. So I'm just surprised they didn't take them over or do whatever. Seems like it would have been easy with kind of technology they had at their disposal.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be too impressed. Gnome children can do this kind of stuff easily.
Yeah, what, 2,500 years ago, man. 2,500 years ago.
Yeah, gnome children can beat them at that.
But we have the imminent threat or the warning outside the door, which says that pointy ears are not to enter. So we can trace that back to a definite, since it was written in Dwarvish, a definite warning from dwarves to elves. So something has happened here that has turned this whole place into ruins. Maybe we can find something in the books.
Maybe I can.
I'm gonna go and read really quick.
Douglas will roll an investigation check at -2. Critical failure.
So -3.
That's a -1.
That's awesome, dude.
Not only do you not find anything, you actively impede other people from finding things.
Douglas, what are you doing?
I'm trying to look for, books and shit.
Well, not gonna find anything in your beard. Can you stop looking at the mirror?
There's a mirror in here?
You're just looking at like a shiny piece of dwarven metal.
I'll be damned. Oh man, I still got some flowers in here. Get those out.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys look around. You actually find a map, like a rough map of the actual temple. Looks like you guys are at the bottom level, and that it goes up. And that the room that you're in right now is like a storage room or something like that. Yeah, you're the first one I've ever seen with a negative skill check, dude. That's pretty awesome. If you come back outside and you go to your left when you come out, there's looks like there might be a doorway over there.
Okay, I will roll up the map of the temple. And,
Okay.
well, I don't even need to roll it up. I'm just going to have it, and I say there's other entrances in other places.
Yeah.
We should investigate them.
I check for symbols that I might recognize, but I'm not really sure that there are any.
Are symbols for what?
Symbols that I might recognize, like maybe gods of war, or maybe, I don't know, symbols like, I don't know, alchemy, or stuff that might gives us hints as to what part of the temple leads where to.
Okay.
Can I do that? Is that actually a thing? You can just say no and I'll shut up.
Oh, go for it. Roll me some.
Oh, cool. Draconic is actually its own letters. Awesome.
So, yeah, only an 11 if I go off perception.
Be Negatron.
Okie
I'm drawing some right now. That's why I'm not talking. I'm getting ready for the next iteration here.
Rusty'd like to look for hidden drawers, hidden passages, anything that might be hidden, not obvious in the area.
Roll me perception, brother. Well, actually, no, investigation. I'm sorry.
I can do that.
You know, cast guidance on Rusty because he's going places where it might be dangerous.
Yeah.
This bird is going places.
Roll me investigation, Rusty.
And he doesn't even need wings.
You get a D4 from me. I just gave you guidance.
That was with the D4. I'm just.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Crap.
What the fuck?
Does anybody want to assist Rusty?
I mean,
Sure.
I feel like if I helped him, I'd be giving him disadvantage. So
Yeah, I'll help him. Once I see
Okay.
him and everyone's making a conscious effort to assist him, I will directly help him.
All right, roll with advantage, Rusty. There we go.
Modified 20.
All right. So, you're looking around some of the panels and shit like that. You find a tapestry on the wall. You start fishing around on it. You get it pried off of the wall, and it looks like it might swivel on a hinge. After some tinker around with it, you get it swiveled back, and there's a lever behind the tapestry. You just pull it, or what do you want to do?
I just pull it. I just pull the lever.
Okay, so you just pull the lever, and the dwarves are like, "Oh fuck! Well, we were your friends, not so much now." So they pull out weapons, and they start advancing on you guys. From somewhere out in the temple, though, you hear this. What sounds like some doors opening. So roll initiative.
I'm gonna rapidly try and flip the lever back the way it was.
You do? Okay, so you flip the thing, and you hear this, and the dwarves are like, "Oh, never mind," and they go back to their spot.
Do
like,
dwarves seem to have slow movement?
They move as fast as a dwarf. Actually, no, they move just slightly less. What's the dwarves move? 25?
Yeah.
So they probably move like at a 20 because they're clockwork.
You know, we could probably outrun them.
One dwarf's like, you could try.
You can certainly try.
Oh, he said you could try in dwarvish.
I don't need to try. All right, then dwarvish, and but they'll probably best if you didn't pull that lever. At least not right now.
Yeah.
Do we even know what it did?
So,
Like we just heard a sound, right?
It sounded like doors or like walls moving.
You can always throw the switch and have somebody stand outside and see what it is.
Yeah, I have the map. I
So,
know where the doors are. I'll go out and I'll check them to see if they've been moved.
Okay. Yeah, so you get out there, get in position. You yell back. Rusty throws things like when the dwarves are like, "Oh, back in action!" All right. So right in front of you, the wall, kind of like pulls back and then opens. And you see a freaking staircase leading up.
Interesting. Well,
Yeah.
I'm hoping he's really gonna flip the switch back before he gets killed by clockwork.
Yeah, because the
Dwarves.
doors
Right,
are starting to like move towards you guys now.
As soon as they start moving towards us, I flip it back so that it closes again.
Okay. Yeah, so the door closes right back in front of you.
Hmm.
And one of the doors is like, God damn it. Make up your mind.
So I'm gonna shoo Tedek, Dougie Doug and Yema out of the room, and then I'm gonna hide behind the tapestry. So once they're out of the room, I'm gonna hide behind the tapestry and pull the lever.
Okay. Make a stealth roll. And
To
Yeah,
get to kind of like give you. Oh, wait, what?
That'd be a 25.
Okay.
nice.
I was gonna say I'd like distract the dwarves and dwarvish as I like walked out, but you don't need it.
Okay, so yeah, you hit the switch and you doors are like, oh shit, it's gone again. Where are they at? And they start like moving around. And like every time they would move and turn their head, you would like slip behind one of them. And so you're like kind of like jumping in between them and shit, and ducking and weaving and stuff. And you happen to just slip right outside the door, and they don't see shit. And they're still in there fucking looking around for you guys. Eventually, I guess everybody goes back over to the stairs.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So everybody gets over to the stairs, and Rusty comes around the corner, and like a damn ninja blending into the shadows. I'm guessing
I don't just come sliding around the corner. I'm just suddenly in the middle of everybody else waiting. Like looking at everybody and be like, why are we
I'm going to take out my sledgehammer and some pittance, and I'm going to jam these staircases upwards so that this doesn't come back closed.
Okay. Make me make a tool check, I guess. What they use for tools. Dexterity? Or would that be a wisdom?
I can just do athletics. It's just pretty
That
broad
works.
thing.
Yeah. Works for me.
All right. That's a nat 20 for a total of 25.
Okay, so you push that bitch in with your thumb, and it's not going to move anywhere else. And you're like, power of the thumb. Yeah. So Yeah, the door's not going to move anymore. So
All right.
you guys go up the stairs.
Even if they decide to close this thing again, I think it should still hold fast.
I believe so too. Yeah.
Onwards and upwards, my friends. And I'll put my pittance and my sledgehammer away and pull up my sword and shield, and I'll start climbing up the stairs.
All right. So you guys get up top. It's open doorway. Oh, wow, I didn't know I'd do that shit. That's gonna be cool. Anyways, you just walking in, or you guys? How you guys
Oh no,
proceeding?
I would stay ahead. I would be staying ahead, keeping an eye out for things, continuing to look for traps, and trying to do it in a stealthy manner.
Okay. I'm gonna say you still got a 29 or whatever the hell you did before.
25.
Works for me. So you're all ninja raven and shit. Yeah, you slip in, kind of peek left and right. You see hallway to each side. And they both end, and then they turn, like into the building. So if you went to the left, you would have to turn right. If you went to the right, you would have to turn left. You see what I'm saying? Kind of goes around like as if there's a room in front of you that you don't see the door yet. What you guys want to do?
Okay.
There's nothing in the hallway at all. There's like two torch sconces with burnout torches in them, but that's about it.
All right. I say we investigate this place thoroughly. Doors are crafty, despite their stubbornness.
Yeah.
Did you mean for that to be a pun?
No.
Well, I thought it was pretty funny.
Okay. So,
So I'd like to encourage Rusty to investigate, and I will help him.
okay.
Is the room dark?
Got it.
Yeah, it's kind of dark.
Then we'll cast light in the middle of the room, and it'll be a bright light to see better.
Okay. So you
All right.
you cast light.
Investigation I am.
What?
He's rolling investigation.
I'm going to go sneak around, look around the room.
All right. So roll me a survival check for me.
Who?
Whoever's going into the hallway, which I guess is going to be Rusty.
Well, I'm with him, so I will also roll.
Because
I'm
will
helping
also.
him. 19.
Good job.
Not a good job.
I just read that up. I have to touch the object that is actually shining light, so I'm just gonna touch Orn of Phoebus's armor, which is shining bright now, in a 20-foot radius.
Okay. Don't you have a guidance still, Rusty?
No, he used
It only
it.
lasts a minute.
Used it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Yep.
he used it too for the investigation or whatever it was.
All right. Well. All right. So, Orn, you're following behind Rusty.
And he's glowing like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, he's glowing like a Christmas tree. And like you catch him just about to step onto what looks like a pressure plate, maybe. If you want to try and grab him, I'll let you make an athletics roll real quick.
Sure.
Yeah. DC of 15.
I got a total of 18.
All right. So you managed to grab him. You pull out a couple of feathers on top of his head.
Yeah, I'm not being nice about it. I just
You're
reach
just like-
down and grab and tug.
That sound was perfect.
And
And before he starts squabbling at me, I'm just going to point my sword at the pressure plate.
Oopsie.
see, you got to keep the sounds, dude. Come on. All right. So you guys catch the plate. You move up a little bit further and round the corner. It just looks like a hallway too. So
Well, I think as soon as I checked out this hallway and gave us like an okay, we would follow. I would follow.
I will mark the pressure plate with just a pet. I'll just toss a piton on nearby it,
okay.
so nobody knows. So we remember not to run on it.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys get down the next hallway. You find another pressure plate, which you mark. And then you take the next corner, and you see that there is a door at the center of the wall on the inside wall. So,
Let me
roll me.
check the door for traps
Yeah.
and see if it's locked.
Roll me an investigation.
All of us, or like I
No,
will.
just Rusty and Orn if you want to
Well,
help
Rusty,
him.
I'm still
Rusty
helping.
will get guidance from me. I'm like, I hope you
Okay, that's fine.
are very lucky in this and don't find any traps. Like, find every trap, but don't like use.
He will get emotional
21 with
support
that.
from me.
All right, so yeah,
9, 19, 21.
yeah, that sounds like a date.
Hey, even the best of us need help sometimes.
So Rusty, you open this thing. You actually find that there's a trap on it, but you manage to, trigger it without any of you getting hurt or anything. Looks just like a regular old like poison needle thing or whatever. And you use like this little wooden block that you keep for that to let the needle hit it, break it off. Continue to open the door, and so the door opens. And it's a really heavy door, so it's gonna take probably a couple of you guys to pull it.
I will definitely assist in that.
Yeah.
Strength check.
No, it's just you guys just pull it.
Oh,
Why? Do you want to do a strength check? Go ahead and do a strength check if you feel like it,
I wanted to make a roll.
man. All right, make a roll.
Do you want help, Douglas?
Yeah,
That's
you
what-
guys can. See, there you go.
Natural 20.
Do we both get nat 20s?
Yeah.
No, I was asking if you wanted help, but so you both got nat 20. Jesus Christ!
Well,
We're like,
why don't you go for it, Alex? You might get a net 22.
Wait, was this a strength check or athletics?
It didn't matter. I was just
No,
it's a
it
strength
matters.
check.
No, it matters.
It's
Which
a
one is it?
strength check.
Damn it!
Y'all are gonna pull the door off its hinge.
If it was athletics, I would have been higher. I think
What would it have been, like a 27 or something?
it would have been like a 25.
Oh, you're okay.
All
All right.
All I'm picturing is the two of you pulling on the door and it's unlocked, and you just tear the damn thing down.
Didn't need
shit.
that door anyways.
Well, shit. Guess we don't know our own strength, and you kind of like throw it to the side.
Yes, you guys pull these doors so forcefully that you actually damage it a little bit. And you guys try and close them back just to see if they would work, and they're not going to go back the same way. You'll actually have to lift the door a little bit to like one of them. You have to lift one of them, and yeah, it's gonna take like 2 or 3 people to do that. But anyways, it's open, and
damn, don't get on their bad side.
yeah. So you guys get inside, and the room is dark except for
Shining metal armor.
Oh no.
Hi there.
Hi there. So you guys see, you see a coffin,
Always good. Always nice. Good.
laying up against the wall behind this pedestal, and on the pedestal, you see this. You see this mask sitting on the pedestal.
Oh shit.
Okay.
That was
Oh,
some
shit.
kind of cat skull mask thing.
You'll find out in a second. All right.
I'm uneasy
So
about this place.
yeah. So remember that feeling that you guys got
Yeah.
when you were shooting through the cosmos with all your pieces turned into Cuisinart and then reforming? You're getting that feeling again. And right about that time, the locks on this sarcophagus start busting off. And
Hide.
say it again.
Hide.
He hides.
You hide? Okay. It's I'm drawing the face real quick. Hold on.
You're fine.
Oh. I'm going to use my divine sense as they're coming out.
So this body steps out from in the sarcophagus. Looks like it's been in a state of decay for a while. It has no eyes. It just has black pits for eyes. It walks over to the mask, picks it up. Its skin is like a mottled greenish kind of color. Its fingertips and like looks like burnt claws. All over its body is these. If anybody knows Infernal, you can make an Arcana check for me real quick.
Remus knows Infernal.
Why the hell is the Remus?
What?
I don't know. I don't know why, but he does.
The fuck?
That's awesome.
I know, right?
This is what is this creature? With my divine sense.
Does that give you? Was it like Arcana for?
No,
holy
it
things?
tells. It's like a detect good and evil. It tells
Okay.
me. It tells me if the creature is fey, undead, fiend, celestial, and it tells me if I'm in unhallowed or hallowed ground.
Okay. Well, you're definitely not in hallowed ground. This place is desecrated, which means that your powers are probably just a little bit less powerful here than they would be.
Well, it also affects all living creatures, I think.
Yeah. That's what its face looks like. except it looks a lot more creepier. I just had to draw some real quick, but you see the top part of the skull is broken off, and it's just kind of like a skull. Doesn't look like it's human, but it is humanoid. It walks over and it takes a mask in his hand and it puts it on. The mask immediately turns like into like a fleshy kind of substance. It looks like it fleshes out, and like the back of the mask like pulls back and wraps and like kind of like if you put your hands together with your fingers, kind of does that in the back of it. And this really like dry, like hoarse voice, it says, "Ah, that's better." And like he goes and cracks his neck, and his neck moves like in a very unnatural way. On both sides, he's like, "Well, I've been asleep for a while."
Shame.
Shame for you that I'm not at my full strength. He says, "That's okay. I'm going to walk out of here." He says, "I'll be back, though." And he walks around the pillar and he walks straight towards you guys.
So, is there like an overwhelming like presence of power or something about this guy?
You feel, yeah, and you also feel like as he gets closer to you, you feel fucking like intense cold radiating off of him, and like you just feel like if you were a dog, your fucking hackles would be rising. You'd be barking the shit at him because he feels wrong. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this is probably not something you want to fuck with at this moment.
I was debating.
Yeah, if I see anyone kind of flinch to attack him, I just put my sword in front of them and kind of push them aside to let them.
Isn't it?
Thank you.
Honestly, I think Douglas is just staring at this guy and probably shock and horror. He's never felt anything like this before. Certainly not anything this powerful or cold or alien, or probably this is what evil feels like.
Like,
did we just wake him up?
Yeah, you did.
Just hold fast. It's not our destiny to die here.
So,
what the?
Oh, I know exactly. So, has anybody seen trying to think of what movie it is. It's an aliens movie. It's where they make Ripley they clone Ripley. And what happens is the alien mother actually gives birth to an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember what that alien looks like?
Yeah, I remember. It's like
the face.
Yeah,
that's what the face of this thing looks like before he put the mask on.
Oh, and so we have to put it into a spaceship and then vent it, but only one point, so it gets dragged out into space and all.
No, eventually the analogy just breaks down.
Yeah.
I was just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you do that shit like Jubei next time.
Okay.
He's gonna be riding around on a little alien, maybe. All right, so
So Douglas would ask, like, "What the hell are you?" Kind of like softly.
So he's walking by and he moves his face near you, and like he twists his head in like a very unnatural way, so that way he can like sniff you, and you can see his tongue like come out, and it almost touches your face, and like saliva's dripping off of it, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun tasting you later." He says, "But right now, youngling," and he twists his face all the way around to where it's facing backwards. And he looks at fucking you and he says, "But you might be first. I don't know."
She just starts speaking a prayer.
All right, we've released you. Get on your way.
He laughs. He says, "Helm can't help you here, little one." He says, "It's okay. In time, I'll be your god, like I was back then." He says, "Well, see you later, kiddies." And he walks forward, and he just walks right into a fucking shadow and disappears. And with that, that's going to be the end of the first session.
Nice. Rusty is gone.
Huh?
I just wanted to hang out with the feathered lady.
Thanks for the memories, Rusty is gone. Oh, that's awesome.
All right.
So as soon as the sarcophagus started to open up, Rusty hid in the world's smallest shadow and disappeared into it. No one saw him. I was so stealthy you can't even find my memory.
Douglas,
that's just
Yuna,
that's
how
just
are
when
you
you
doing?
feel the hand like caressing your back feathers or something.
What you saying?
How are you two holding up?
I'm doing good. Besides that that death threat just now.
You two are religious, right? You dealt with undead, evil things before?
Oh, yes, easily.
That would be my first really out of training situation combat experience.
Welcome to the greater world. We've probably just released an evil deity upon it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pray for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you guys have just met the Smurg.
That puts a damper on things.
Oh yeah. The Smurg.
Yeah. So after he's well and gone, Rusty will show back up, and all of his feathers are standing on end, and he's shaking. Kind of jumping at shadows.
Yeah.
All right. Someone leaves, come here. I'm gonna pick him up like he's some sort of stray dog. Let's get out of here. We have a lot of world saving to do.
So, make perception rolls before you leave.
I got a total of 18.
All right.
I swear to God, except for that nat 20, I haven't rolled above a 10 this entire night.
Yeah. You notice that there is a black binded tome inside the sarcophagus.
I'll give Rusty to Yuna, and I'll head over to it.
Okay. So, you go over there. You gonna pick it up?
Do I sense the necrotic energy coming from it? If I use my divine sense?
A little bit, yeah.
I'll put my hand on it.
Okay.
Take it.
Yeah, you can feel the wrongness on it. The the book itself is made out of skin. And you see it's got fucking crazy looking writing all over and shit.
Does it by any chance have teeth or eyes coming out of it?
No.
Okay.
What is this, Harry Potter?
Oh,
No,
nothing. I just didn't want to stumble across the Necronomicon.
Oh no.
Maybe a darkness.
Book of Vile Darkness. Yeah, let's read that.
Yeah. So
I'll stow it in my backpack and
yeah, you can stow it in your backpack.
lead everyone out.
You also find
Or sorry,
a
put
little.
it in my backpack. Put it in my chest in my backpack.
Okay. You also find a bag inside there. Well, like a little sack, you know.
What is that?
Okay. Do you want to look inside?
Yes.
Okay. So inside you find a little jar of eyeballs.
Mm.
You gonna make a wisdom roll.
Me?
Yeah.
That would be a 21.
You recognize these eyes.
Holy shit! No way. No.
They when you lift up the jar, the eyes turn to look at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a voluntary Constitution saving throw to see if I faint or not.
You do it at disadvantage.
Yeah, that sounds really, really reasonable here, and that is a 15. The first one, and the second one is a
Rusty gonna have to make an athletics check to avoid
14.
falling.
14 at disadvantage.
All right, so you empty your stomach. You fall to your knees, keeping yourself up.
I make sure I throw Rusty away before I do that because I was holding him just now.
No, you fall with him.
Okay.
He gets a little bit of puke on his feathers. You're so fucking overcome with what you know what this is, and the eyes follow you.
Rusty being comforted to catching her because he's surprisingly strong. He has a strength 13. For a little guy, he's got some strength.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put the sack over the jar now and put it in the chest.
You also find some teeth in there.
Inside the sack?
Yeah, you also find some teeth and a couple other pieces of bone. But the eyes follow her wherever it goes, and they also seem to move. Make a will save for me.
Me?
Yuna? Yes.
Will means wisdom, right?
Yeah, wisdom, like a wisdom check.
Add teeth and what? Bones?
Yeah.
23.
Okay. You feel the intrusion of your brother's voice in your mind. You're trying to block it out. And it almost seems like a rage. And you involuntarily look up at the eyes, and the eyes are like hitting the glass. They seem like they're trying to move towards you. Now, that's right before Orn puts the eyes back in the bag. I would guess.
Put them in the bag, in my bag, in the chest.
In the chest. Yeah. But you now have a you now have a little bit of a mental thing. Whenever that, since that thing is around you, the eyes, if they're within the vicinity of you, you're gonna have shit that's gonna happen.
All right.
Okay, so I'm just letting you know. You don't. It's not gonna happen all the time. It'll happen just out of the blue. But I'm just letting you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you're almost, since it's your brother's eyeballs, you're almost compelled to keep it, but not. So that's something I'm gonna have to. Your character is gonna have to struggle with.
Okay.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
you okay?
No, I'm still throwing up actually. Like
If it wasn't nighttime, I'd do it for you. All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna help her up, and I say, "Come on, Douglas, help me over here."
And
Rusty's going to be making sure her hair stays out of her vomit.
that's very
keeping
nice.
Yeah.
keeping things real. I like it.
Also, she's not gonna talk anymore for the rest of the day because it's just too much right now.
That makes sense because that, if it was me, it'd really fuck me up.
That is freaking horrifying. Like I legitimately got goosebumps. Like
Yeah.
that is really horrible. Knowing the whole backstory that they follow me, that's really super creepy.
So let's head outside the temple. We'll get out of here.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we'll rest at the base.
you guys head out. You no problems getting out of the damn temple.
I pick up my pittance because I don't want to lose those.
Yeah. So with that, you guys get back down. I don't know if you guys want to move back to the village or if you guys want to fucking just go to the bottom of the hill or whatnot.
Just the bottom of the hill at the ruins. I want to read these books, and I don't know how well the elves will take Yuna going crazy if something happens.
Yeah. So you guys get down to the bottom. Without too much of a hassle, you guys find like a little alcove that's kind of shaded. Like if it rained or so, if it rained a little bit, you guys would be protected. So you guys can set up like a little fire in the mouth of the alcove and shit like that and chill out in there. But with that, I'm gonna end the first session. We can still talk afterwards. So if anybody did watch or will watch later, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll catch you in the next session, which I'm gonna shoot for next Tuesday, same time frame. That's gonna be it. Have a good night.